Zay already locked in for the mid lane. Silas leads in the final 2 picks for Fnatic, so that's going to be Silas in the top lane. Is Lulu Cogmore? It's Lulu Cogmore for G2. Like,
wow.
Ritter would have done a lot of damage, but now with Whippo being level 6, I wonder if Wonder can stay around behind his tower, because he's not yet hit that ultimate mark, and here comes the call of the Forge God against the one who usually prays for him, but a great Bellow's Breath will stop it in its tracks, and Whippo dies! Incredible play from Wonder there to anticipate the ult.
And given that Reckless and Hylissang currently have the push in the bot lane, they've actually started this one off. Getting very low, Perks roams down, we're going to see a fight.
Dragon is secured, Exhaust goes down on Jankos as he looks to try and get away, but he's gobbled up and spat out by Hylissang, and there's a lot of damage coming out from the Inferno. Reckless with his first kill of the game, and Fnatic's first of the series. Perk's going to shuffle his way away as Wonder's teleported in. He does have that call of the Forge God, but I don't think G2 want to take this.
Thinking, hey, maybe I can actually get a collapse here from the rest of my team, ends up getting punished. But look at Wonder behind, he has the ult.
There are both flashes available for Fnatic, and with the TP coming in, you can see Nemesis wants to join this party. Mickey, low, underneath the turret. The flank is on, it's 5 members in the bottom lane, only 8 minutes. Fnatic unwilling to give up on this fight as they have been through the entire split. Mickey's going to flash away, just about manages to survive. Perk's on his way across as well. Has yet to join this fight though, so it's a 4v5 still in favor of Fnatic, but they've already lost one. And here comes the double knock-up, and here comes Perks from the side. It's a double for Cogmore, and Fnatic find themselves running.
Everything looked like an advantage for Fnatic, yet G2 was able to find the outplay. Let's see if Whippo can get something back. He's lying in wait. Mickey, very low, no summoner spells.
Selfmade's on his way as well. Whippo trying to get on towards Mickey, gets the damage down, and there is the kill. Now Whippo in the middle of a lot of minions here. Caps has the red buff, that's ticking away. Only Vampire Scepter on him though as Selfmade flashes forward. Caps doesn't get the flash away from the Sonic Wave, and he is shut down by Fnatic.
So Fnatic finally answer, and they get themselves a good number.
And all that gold going over to Reckless is only a good thing for Fnatic.
Yeah, I love the fact that Fnatic swapped out of this 2v2 as quickly as possible, because the obnoxious thing about range matchups is how oppressive and how first tower. They've now reclaimed gold advantage, and now they're looking for a collapse in top lane.
Trying to catch out Caps, the flash forward from Hylissang. There's the Dragon's Rage, and there goes Selfmade. His first kill on the board as Jankos comes in with the Cataclysm, trying to lock Hylissang in place. The thick skin won't save him for too long, but he's not tanking up the tower. Perk shuffling in from the side will be able to take down the Tahm Kench, and it's a 1-for-1 trade in the top lane.
Medic, the action is not slowing down. We're 4-for-4 in kills. They're trying to force Reckless and Hylissang back so they can gain some control over the bot wave, and they're going to try and use their numbers to push in mid. Oh, as they go onto Nemesis.
Nemesis put down the cage and thought he was safe, but Perks and Jankos have something else to say. Second kill of the game for Perks, and now that Dragon is pretty easy for G2.
Yeah, so with their numbers advantage, they should be able to secure this. It would be dangerous for Fnatic to try and contest, so I think just putting more plates onto Reckless, pushing in that mid wave, makes a lot more sense. Hylissang, he doesn't have flash.
Doesn't really have a way to get out of this apart from limping back towards his turret.
Disengage pretty cleanly. Now Perks looking to hold onto the mid lane. Whippo knows that Perks has no ultimate, but he doesn't know that Wonder's right behind him.
Yeah, the Kingslayer will heal up Whippo just a bit, but the call of the Forge God is too little too late. Shutdown goes down as Whippo overextends a little bit in the mid lane.
Given that Perks got to the wave first, it looks like G2 are going to have control for now.
Abyssal Voyage used by Hylissang. Twin Shadows come out as well as Caps is slowed down. They're going to lock him up with the Gravitum. He's actually just stuck in place. Exhaust comes down and teleports here from G2 to try and join this fight, but Wonder is a long way away as Hylissang's already fallen. Wonder goes in. Call of the Forge God comes down, looking for the knock-up on Whippo, and Reckless doesn't land it on either. Mickey low. Selfmade kicks him away and takes his life, but Perks is now going to shuffle forward as Selfmade gets the Wild Growth stolen away from Mickey. Wonder jumping in as well as Perks goes on a rampage, and this is devastation! G2 have just wiped Fnatic away in the mid lane, and it's only Reckless left alive. Caps, Jankos, and Wonder looking to slay the Aphelios, or if they can't, take this tower and get that dragon.
Just as we were talking about team fights, we have one unfold, losing a little bit more control over this game. You can see how difficult these fights are for them when they force themselves into this being until Whippo gets a couple more items, which means that G2's going to have control. And Fnatic, while I think they should stall, they're instead going to look for another fight.
Moonlight Vigil used, the cage is down as well as Whippo's looking for Jankos. If he can catch him out, they can win this fight, but Fnatic just have to back away from it. Wonder wasn't even there, wasn't even in the fray as Whippo jumps forward. There's the Cataclysm jumping onto Caps, but Whippo is caught out and he's already down. And now Nemesis is going to get chased out with the call of the Forge God as well. Wonder looking for the flank position, Perk shuffling forward.
Start off the Baron and force Fnatic to come to them.
It might just be gone before Fnatic can even get there. Hylissang's checking into it. Now he knows that G2 are on it.
It's gone.
Already gone. It's down. And there's no one here from Fnatic to really follow up on a fight. Hylissang's going to try and step forward, but G2...
Even, I feel like that these fights are just going to be very difficult to play out for Fnatic. So let's see if they can find that pick that they're going to need if they want to stay relevant in this game.
Minutes left on it. Perk splitting off by himself. The rest of G2 down towards this bottom lane. Whippo A level down on Wonder, but with the Abyssal Voyage coming in, that's right in the middle of all of G2, and Hylissang jumps straight into his own demise as Caps opens up. The exhaust coming out, Hylissang able to flash away, but now Wonder looking for the call of the Forge God, looking for the knockup, lands it, and Caps will get the kill. Nemesis flanking with the TP, he's exhausted as well. Bwipo now forced underneath the towers, Perks slides his way in and flashes forward. Bwipo underneath the turret will fall very soon. Nemesis, well, you're caught in the middle of all 4 of the G2 players, and you're going to go down as well. G2 with a clean 4-0, and they're going to look to push in and perhaps end this game.
I think this was the last-ditch effort from Fnatic. They recognized that these fights were only going to get harder. They saw that Azir was in the mid lane and they thought, maybe we can find a fight before Perks can collapse. But even in the 4v5, G2 was far too strong. And now with 5 members and a Baron buff, they're going to look to end the game.
Self-made and Hylissang, last chance saloon on this defense as G2 are pushing on the Nexus turrets, and really what can at least Sin and the Tanketch do? Self-made tries to do something but really ends up doing absolutely nothing at all. The second Nexus tower will fall, and G2 are back to winning ways. They will take the first game against Fnatic.
The early game times before how well they can use mid-priority to impact the rest of the map. But because of how slow G2's comp overall is, with the Kog'Maw and the Azir scaling up very similar to what we saw in the last lane in time, they felt a lot more comfortable being aggressive. As we actually see a bit of an all-in in the bot lane.
But Jankos is here. Hylissang flash forward, and now Jankos could gobble up that catfish with open arms. There's the slow, and Hylissang's going to get knocked up, still has the thick skin, going to use it early on as Caps looks to get the damage in, and Hylissang is low, he's ticking away, one more auto is enough, and Jankos gets first blood. Wow. Okay,
very aggressive play from the Fnatic Dragons when they believe that they have a scaling advantage. And so they're going to disengage from this, and they're going to play for plates.
Oh,
Bwipo. Double TP's bot.
Oh, Bwipo, staring into the eyes of death, and those eyes are the double TP from G2. Shurima shuffles him back, and he's gone. Bwipo was like, guys, it's fine, I can defend the turret. And G2 like, not today, my friend.
So unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to stay alive. This means that G2 will get some plates bot. Fnatic should be able to secure first tower of the game in top. And this should equalize the goals between Fnatic and G2. Fnatic has sustained. They will be forced to disengage from the river. G2 is now looking for a collapse onto Rekkles and Hylissang.
Rekkles gets the double Moonlight Vigil stun. Jankos, of course, doesn't have the ult. There's the heal from Rekkles. Going to get knocked up with the Wild Growth, though. Good devour from Hylissang will keep Rekkles alive, and now the fight is going to turn because the teleport's coming in from Nemesis. He joins the fight, still only level 10. Doesn't have that second point in his ultimate, but Wonder has to flash away. Perks coming in from the side, but we're not here. Doesn't have the TP to join the fight, and Perks can get a supreme flank off. There's one down as Rekkles falls. Nemesis trying to run away as well as Perks is just shredding through them. Hylissang's going to get the passive out of Wonder, but that's not going to be enough as he falls as well. 3 kills to 0 in favor of G2.
And it was Fnatic choosing.
Last game he had such a stellar performance on the Azir. You have to wonder when we get towards team fights whether Perks will just start taking over the game once again. And I do wonder actually if Fnatic continue pushing the way they're pushing. Do they lose an inhibitor tower here? Do they lose an inhibitor? Because they don't have the Abyssal Voyage to come across. They've just got one recall off. It's Bwipo. Nemesis is still pushing in the top lane. He does.
And the adaptation that G2 made was using the Herald bot. We don't have time as another fight is kicking off.
Hylissang still has the flash teleport coming in. That's Bwipo joining this fight. Nemesis is coming in from the middle lane as well. And now perhaps G2 will have overextended because Perks is yet to join this fray. Call of the Forge God coming out. Bwipo's going to land the knockup onto Jankos, who flashes away himself. And now Fnatic funneled into the river. Perks has the flank position, but he's on a control ward, so he's spotted out. Wonder jumping forward, lands on Hylissang. Bwipo forced off towards the bottom side of the fight. Perks trying to get the damage down, but Nemesis is still very healthy. But so is Rekkles in this fight. Bwipo coming in, can't quite land the knockup. Selfmade has to get out of the fight as Bwipo is the first to fall. G2 looking for the fight as they continue to push forward in the river. And Hylissang is forced away, but you can still see Rekkles and Nemesis still very healthy. Nemesis doesn't have that much mana. Wonder's going to be the first to fall on the side of G2. Fnatic opening up. Rekkles trying to do what he can, but Jankos with the stopwatch will stop them in their tracks. The sentry goes down, and G2 retreat back towards the dragon.
And you can see in the front-to-back team fights how it just seems easier for G2 to play. Nemesis is not really threatening the backline. Perks and Caps were just left untouched.
Bwipo does not. They have seen. They know that they're there. They know that they're doing it as Nemesis is going to teleport into this, but this could be another quick Baron from G2. I don't know if Fnatic are going to get there in time because there's only 1,000 HP left on it, and now it's gone. The Call of the Forge God coming out. Fnatic have to look to try and take this fight because G2, if they get out alive, they can just push through the side lane. Selfmade's already dead. Jankos takes him, and now Rekkles trying to open up, but he's been caught in Cataclysm, devoured up by Hylissang, but you have to watch Rekkles as he is spat out into all of G2. 4-0 in favor of G2. They are demolishing Fnatic.
Did not move, and he was just spitting out all the damage onto the entire Fnatic lineup. G2 are going to secure the Baron. They're going to take 2 tier 2 towers.
And I do want to bring attention to the fact that Nemesis is still only level 14. We wondered if he could get to 16 on this Kassadin. Could he take over the game? Well, in his LEC history, he's played Kassadin 3 times and lost every time. This would have been lucky number 4 if he could take the win, but right now it's not looking to be the case. G2 opening up the base, pushing in, forcing a Fnatic onto the back foot. You can see Perks down in the bottom lane by himself, getting up towards that inhibitor, and now the mid-inhib falls. Second on the menu for G2 as Fnatic find themselves defenseless, helpless against the oncoming storm that is G2 in this game. The Nexus Tower is now the focus. 23 minutes in, G2 are trying to up the speed from the last game. The tempo is rising and G2 are diving into the base, into the Nexus turrets as the shutdown comes out. Jankos already gone down, but Caps is unstoppable. Kills the Ornn, and now Bwipo is dead. Nemesis trying to do what he can. Wonder's low, but now the Nexus Towers are just the target for G2. They could just end the game right here, right now. Nemesis stepping forward, trying to get onto Caps. He jumps in, but immediately he's exhausted. Pops the stopwatch. Perks doing what he can down towards the bottom side, zoning out. Reckless going to shove them back into the team as well, and that's the ace for G2. That's the base for G2, and they go 2-0 up in this series.
Fnatic already have so much more agency than what they've had so far in this series, and I think that this is a step in the right direction as we see another enchanter in the bot lane. Medic
Mickey, what happened to across the course of the LEC spring split? And we'll see what he decides to do early on. But now Wonder and Whipper on the opposite side of the matchup. Actually, Caps almost stunned up here, but they're going to try and turn this back around. The exhaust has been used, heal used as well by Reckless, and Jankos is in the right place at the right time. Wonder showing Whipper a little bit of the hammer as he brings the pain down in the top lane. Shouldn't be able to kill Whipper entirely, but he does with the brittle. Manages to get him dead. Reckless has to flash away in the bottom lane.
As to where he started, because he did do a solo start, but even then, like, we're seeing some very surprising performances from this Fnatic squad, and G2 are just quick to take advantage of it.
Whipper has to flash away. He's trying to get onto his Bloblets as quickly as possible, but he might just be dead. Wonder, all you have to do is land one more Bellows Breath, and Whipper cannot survive. Wonder just kills. Whipper squashes him. Like Perks low on mana, we'll just clear out the wave in the mid lane, as you say. Nemesis has had priority in that lane early on, as expected. Hylissang try to trade here on towards Caps. Mickey doesn't have the flash. Root is going to come out there, but Hylissang looking for the concussive blows. One more auto would be enough, but he's overstayed as Caps opens up with the Inferno. One more auto will get him the kill, and now Reckless is on the receiving end of a lot of hurt here. Caps trying to do what he can, but he is overstayed. Nemesis teleporting in behind as Reckless falls. Mickey's going to go down as well, and now Jankos underneath the turret is tanking this up, and this could be what Fnatic need to get a hold back in this game. They pick up 3 kills in the bottom lane. A double goes to Nemesis, and Fnatic have started fighting back.
Is already so close to his Nash's Tooth. It's going to be very
Caps
valuable for him. Selfmade now looking for a gank bot.
Caps has no flash, doesn't really have a way to get away from this. Mickey has a flash, but he's not even going to get the chance to use it. Good kill there from Fnatic in the bottom lane. They even out that scoreboard.
Of course, Fnatic are going to capitalize off the back of this by securing themselves the first Drake of the game. G2 going to trade on the other side of the map. Surely Whipper will not die again.
He's using the Let's Bounce, picking up those Bloblets as much as he can. Wonder lands the Call of the Forge God, looking for that knock-up as well. Can get the last auto in, but that's just the passive burn. I wonder if Wonder's going to be able to use the Bellows Breath to take out this kill. Doesn't quite have the range, and so has to retreat.
Definitely a much more comfortable position for him. Meanwhile, on the bot side of the map, G2 are looking to utilize the Rift Herald to try and secure an early tab, but a TP comes through from Fnatic.
Fnatic don't want this to happen. This is Bwipo coming in behind. Teleport used by G2 as well. Jankos rooted up. He gets the Subjugate off just in time, and Bwipo, of course, does not have his passive. Here's the Call of the Forge God. Hylissang eats it up with the Unbreakable Wall, and here come the rest of Fnatic looking for the fight. Selfmade coming in from the side. There's no Perks here yet, and Wonder's going to get locked up. A great cast as Nemesis slides in and shuffles Fnatic back, and G2 have lost 2 already. Perks trying to come in from the side. He can get a lot of damage down with these missiles if he can connect. G2 trying to capitalize on that top lane disadvantage for Bwipo. Bwipo still doesn't have his passive, doesn't have his ult, doesn't have his flash, and really doesn't have a hope in hell of surviving this one unless he does something miraculous. Bwipo locked up underneath the turret, and he will fall. G2 get the kill. Wonder his 3rd on the board. So mid laner being a primary carry is not anything new for European League of Legends. In the past, it's been Perks and Caps since spring 2016.
Fnatic had control over bot side and over the mid lane, which means that they have easy access to the river and will be able to secure the second.
Control. Fnatic just forced in the mid lane, looking for this turret. They're going to take that tower pretty quickly as Bwipo jumps forward and the damage comes out, and Caps is deleted off the face of Summoner's Rift. Nemesis goes on a rampage, and now, well, we'll see in about 3 minutes time probably. There's no 20-minute Baron here from Fnatic. Hylissang has been locked up. He's going to try and put the damage back onto Wonder, but he's already used the Unbreakable, so he has to burn his flash. Now Hylissang time to re-engage with Selfmade. There's the concussive blows. Nemesis off towards the side is distracting 4 members of G2 as Wonder's being jumped on by Whipper. The Moonlight Vigil doesn't quite land. Nemesis putting the damage down onto Caps. He's still alive just for the moment, but now he'll die. Caps gets it. G2 able to get out 5 players strong. Fnatic on the defensive now as Caps opens up with the Shuriken.
Leo's combo is slowly melting through this, and Selfmade is in the vicinity, but Wonder TP's back in.
Wonder's looking for the home guards, trying to chase down Reckless. Doesn't have the Call of the Forge God, no slow yet, and that strut is going to speed up Reckless. Hylissang though caught out, trying to jump back with the stand beside me, and there's the Make It Rain to get the slow on G2. Hylissang might be sacrificed here. Reckless will be able to get away, just walks away by himself. But Hylissang, oh, does he have another W? Can he jump across the wall? Once again, Reckless going to have to use the Blast Cone to make sure he escapes to safety. No Baron, but a kill for G2.
I mean, I think that's the best. G2 are trying to contest both. Caps is soloing the Drake, as Fnatic are starting this objective off, and G2 are just trying to buy time. Look at the flank from Whippo.
Whippo in a great position, but he's not going to use the Elastic Slingshot. The Baron down to 4,000 HP as Fnatic try and do it. Wonder jumping in, the damage coming out as Hylissang gets low, but look at the damage already on Jankos. He's down, that's the jungler, no smite available. Cap's still on his way to join the team. Monsoon used by Mickey, the Baron ever lower as the Call of the Forge God comes out. Hylissang almost chunked out, he's going to fall, and now Fnatic are retreating back towards the top lane, but Whippo is the next target for G2. They'll put him into his passive, the Bloodless form, and Fnatic cannot defend them. 2 kills to G2, and they will chase Fnatic away. Will they continue on this? Because they could just turn towards the Baron. Teleport used by Nemesis, whether Nemesis can dish out the DPS that he really needs to for Fnatic.
Yeah, a lot of weight is going to be on the shoulders of Nemesis. He is incredibly strong with these 3 items, and we see a lot of ults being thrown around, Medic.
Oh, bullet time comes out. Mickey's just about able to survive, and there, here comes the re-engage as Whippo jumps in. Wonder doing a lot of damage with the Call of the Forge God coming out. Selfmade's going to fall, and now Whippo is caught out all by himself. 5 members strong. G2's continue to push in. Whippo almost goes down. The Moonlight Vigil not going to have enough damage as Reckless opens up on Wonder. They trade it 1-for-1 so far in the fight as Nemesis is able to put the soldiers up and force G2 away. Instead, he goes forward. Has to flash away. Caps trying to get forward, trying to get the damage down as Nemesis will fall underneath the turret. And now it's 2-for-1 in favor of G2. And then one good double up could kill a player from G2. Jankos is so low. Reckless going to put the Make It Rain down. Caps is tanking up the Baron right now. Whippo stopped in his tracks as the Howling Gale meets the Elastic Slingshot, and now he's dead. Reckless and Hylissang, it's all on you. You have to do something here because the Baron's already fallen. Jankos going to open up on Hylissang. He puts down the Unbreakable. Selfmade's going to join the fray as well as Jankos goes low, but Hylissang's dead. The flash away, Wonder TP'd in behind him, and he meets Reckless and shut him down. And now with the Baron, G2 could have turned this game. Fnatic looked to be the
Fnatic, and Nemesis in that crucial moment ended up dropping. With 5 members of G2 alive, I think with the wave clear of Nemesis, it might not be enough, but they're knocking on the doors of the base. The teleports are coming through. Only 2 members of Fnatic are currently alive. This could very well be the game.
Whippo's back up now. Selfmade's up as well as Nemesis. The Hylissang's just about to respawn, but G2 are looking to end this one as quickly as they can. Selfmade jumps in. They shut down the Corki, and they're looking for the Caps as well. Whippo jumps onto the back line, but Nemesis is already dead. And Caps is going to open up on Whippo. Selfmade, Hylissang, you've got to get in there. You've got to fight with your teammate because Reckless is on his way. It's a double for Caps. 8-3-4 on the day in the game against his former team. And the bullet time coming out. G2 will back away. They won't take the Nexus.
Lose his life. G2 did not lose the fight. Mickey now been caught out. Very low HP. G2, they're going back in.
G2 looking for the re-engage as Hylissang has stepped a little bit too far forward. Caps can't find the moonshot, but Hylissang is getting chunked out. He's almost dead. He's done. Caps goes legendary. And Reckless now tries to open up, but he just doesn't have the damage. He's only at 2 items.
It was just too difficult for Fnatic to come out on top, and you thought, oh, maybe Nemesis can stall, maybe he can hold out, but then he dives in at that tower defense. If he had stayed alive, it would have been a lot harder for G2 to chip away at these outer towers and start getting closer and closer to the base of Fnatic.
See the damage the Perks does with those auto attacks. Caps as well, just going to shred through that tower in towards the base as G2 go quickly in the top lane. That inhibitor tower is already dead. They're looking for the inhib next. Wonder doing what he can in the mid lane to try and force Fnatic back, but that inhibitor's gone, and the Elastic Slingshot comes in, stopped in his tracks. Whippo already almost in his passive, has to use the stopwatch, and Perks off towards the side is just zoning the rest of Fnatic. Hylissang flashes forward and misses the Winter's Bite, and now Whippo's in his passive, gone down into his second life. Can he come back alive? The Monsoon used by the Janna just to try and heal up his teammates. Hylissang's done, Whippo's done, and perhaps Fnatic are done as Nemesis is caught underneath the Nexus towers. A double kill for Perks. Reckless tries to do what he can with the bullet time, but he just can't do enough. G2 take 4. Caps goes legendary, and G2 are looking to dive Reckless on the fountain. G2 are inevitable. G2 are inescapable. Europe, G2 are your spring split champions as they take down the Nexus and claim in the end their 7th title, matching the record set by Fnatic. 7 titles for G2.